What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna go fix a 2016 or 17 Toyota Camry. We're gonna change the wheel bearing. Those bearings are pressed in, so I'm gonna show you how to change those out. Those are pretty easy if you got the right tools, so let's go. All right, here we are going to change the driver's side bearing. Customer says that he left it right here. Where's it at? Here it is. So we're changing this bearing. You see? It's pressed in bearing, so let's take care of it and get this car back on the road. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that wheel off. Get that bearing out. I believe it's 21. There you go. Here's my impact. Let me get it. Now we're gonna take the caliper off. There you go. We gotta take the rotor off. Grab your 30, 12 point. See? Now we just gotta softly get the CV axle out. There we go. All right, so this is the hub. You hear it? No good. Now we got a better view. Take the lock ring off. See? Got the ring off. Gotta take this center hub out the way. So we got the hub out, the center hub thing out. We just tapped it out with put a big socket in the back and hit it. Should come right off. This brace, we're gonna take it off in a bit. Let's take the hub off first. Check it out, guys. So we got the setup ready. You gotta pop the bearing out. See it? It's coming. What's going in? Okay. Guys, so the bearing is out. Easy peasy. Now we just gotta clean this up. There you go. Nice and clean, so we could go ahead and press a new bearing in. Always make sure they're the same size. Same size, same thickness. Alrighty. So always remember, some bearings have a magnet right here. It's like a reassembly ring, something like that. It measures the speed of the wheel, and you got to make sure that's always pointing at the speed sensor, because if not, you're gonna have a bunch of ABS lights and stuff like that. But luckily this one has it right here, and the reassembly ring, it's on the axle, so we don't really have to worry about it. But in some cars, you got to be careful with that, because once you press this bearing in, it's gonna be hard to take it out without damaging it again. So let's prepare this bearing. Like to tap it a little bit. Make sure it's gonna go in smooth and straight. Setup is ready. Start pressing that bearing in. That smooth like butter. No struggles. Look at that. Beautiful. So we just gotta make sure Put the lock back in. Make sure the grooves for the lock are clean. Clean the lock real quick. Put the lock back on. Same way you took it out. Alright, make sure it's in. Give it some taps. Make sure everything went good. For this, there's multiple ways you could take this brace off because the old piece of the bearing got stuck in here. So we could cut it, we could torch it, we could break it, or we could pull it. I'm gonna show you guys the puller way. Alright guys, so check it out. Plan A did not work. That is trash. We're gonna go to plan B. We're just gonna cut the brace and let's go. There you go. Give it some taps and this should crack right in the middle. So now let's just go ahead and remove it. Good. The hub is good. The brace is out. Check it out. So let's go ahead and install it. All right, guys. So go ahead and set everything up with the press, because this goes pressed in also. All right, now that this is in, let's go ahead and take this off and then put the last part in. Got the bearing in, we got the hub in. So let's go ahead and put it back on. Same reverse order. All right guys, check it out. Everything is back on. Tie rod, the nut, caliper, front 2 bolts, the lower 17 bolts. Everything's back on. Speed sensor. Everything went good. Let's go ahead and put the wheel back on and test drive it. Check it out guys, we are done here. We just put the bearing in. Like I said, it's an easy job if you have the right tools, but if you don't have the right tools, you could contact me. So there it is. New bearing is in. Everything's complete. So let's go ahead and test drive this car and make sure everything's good. Everything sounds good. Let's go to the next job. All right guys, so we are done with that job. We just got another call. Customer wants us to go check his Suburban. Said it's leaking water, leaking coolant. It's not holding the coolant, so we're gonna go check it out. It could be a water pump, a hose. So let's go check it out and see what it is. Check it out guys, this is the other truck we came to check out. We just checked it out earlier. I forgot to record it, but it's leaking from the water pump. We're gonna go ahead and replace that water pump. We already went to go buy it, so let's get to it. This motor has a bunch of water. It has nothing but water, so there's no problem if it goes to the floor. Now, if it has coolant, that's a whole different story. There you go. Okay. There you go. Let's go ahead and grab this 10 millimeters. So we got the gasket, the old gasket stuck in here. So grab a little blade, start scraping it off. All right, check it out, guys. So after doing some scraping, make sure it looks clean. So that new gasket can sit nice and good. Okay, so we got the new water pump ready. We just got to put the gaskets and bolt it up. The old one is completely leaking everywhere. 2 bolts right here so you can hold the gasket and put a little bit of silicone in it. Not too much, but just a little bit. The 10mm. Go ahead and you can get those closed. Alright, go ahead and connect your heater hoses back on. Put the thermostat back in. Bolt it back up. There you go, tuck it down. Okay. So check it out, guys. We got the water pump in, the belt, tensioner, everything's in. We just gotta put the intake tube and turn it on. Check it out, guys. She is done. She's ready. We're just filling it up with coolant and let it warm up for a bit. Wait for the fans to kick in, and she'll be ready to go. We're just letting it warm up. As you can see, new water pumped in. We just filled it up with coolant. We're waiting for the fans to kick in and should be ready to go. No more water pump leaks. All right, guys, check it out. We just finished another job. It was I couldn't record. I forgot to record it. It was just some shocks on the 97 Silverado. If you follow my Instagram, that is right here, you could see that. I mean, you can see everything behind the scenes. So follow my Instagram, and this is my work Instagram right here. Go ahead and follow those, please. Right now we're on the way to the last job of the day. It's a 2017 Chevy Silverado. We're gonna change the radiator. So let's go, knock that out, and be done for the day. This is the last job of the day. We're gonna change the radiator on this 2017 Chevy Silverado. Take a look at it. It's damaged radiator right there. So let's go ahead, knock it out. Customer already bought the radiator, so let's get to it. We gotta take the fans out the way. Let's go ahead and take the top radiator hose off. Put these out the way. We'll remove the transmission cooler hose, transmission cooler line. Remove the radiator fans out the way. Flip the condenser. It's being held by the radiator. Okay, so once you're done fighting with the radiator to come out, straight up. Come on. So make sure the radiator is the same before you install it. Make sure all the connectors are tight. Make sure everything looks the same. Everything does look the same, so let's go ahead and install this back in, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and install this radiator back in. Get the new one. Be careful not to damage the new one. Put the fans back in. Make sure you don't damage the new radiator. Okay. Too. Connectors in. So let's go ahead and bolt the radiator back in. Where's this one? Here it is. Get this coolant line over here. Connect the top radiator hose. And let's connect back the intake box. Cool. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Put some coolant in, let it run for a bit. Wait for the fans to kick in. Ready to go. Guys, we are done. We got the radiator in. She is running. No more leaks at all. Brand new radiator. Everything went good. We already filled it up with coolant. We just gotta wait for the fans to kick in and for everything to circulate correctly.